Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Music Mondays podcast. It's your boy Zom Slays. I'm the host. I've always been the host. You guys know who I am. But this is episode 96. I hope you're well. Happy Monday. It is Thanksgiving week. For those of you that celebrate, it'll be a good week. For everybody else, it's a normal week, but let's fucking get it, man. Got some updates for you guys. Couple of roster talks. We'll talk about what's been going down on social media. We'll get into submissions for the night. I know we have a decent amount. Some familiar faces, some possible new faces. Yeah, it'll be a good show. Got a good time ahead of us, my friends. So, the one and only host, let's get it, baby. Welcome. And Mark, welcome, my friend. Welcome back for 7 fucking months. Thank you so much for the tier 1, my friend. Welcome back to the family. Welcome back to the squadron. Thank you, my friend. Mark, the residential Music Mondays wizard, coming back for another 7 months. Let's get it, baby. Thank you so much, my friend. Welcome to the fam. So let's talk. First things first, episode 95 of the Music Mondays podcast is available everywhere and anywhere that you can watch the podcast. It's available on all audio platforms such as Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff, and the full version with the visual is available on our YouTube channel. Just in case you didn't know, all 95 episodes of Music Mondays are available on our YouTube, or you can go stream any of those episodes on all streaming platforms. Huge shout out to anybody that came through last week, anybody that submitted, and anybody else that's been showing love to the channel. Ain't missed an episode yet. Let's fucking get it, baby. Nah, that's true though, because you were even there when I was fucking reacting to like the old ass Music Mondays episodes. Like, episodes 1 through 10 were some real legendary shit. Like, we probably will make that, like, a regular segment, I'm not gonna lie. I have to go back and see which ones we actually fucking watched, because I really want to go back and react to, like, the first 10 or so, because the first 10 is so funny. Like, my mindset has not changed, and it's so cool to see how everything panned out. So very, very cool. Cole, what's good, baby? Welcome. Happy Monday, my friend. Welcome on in. So yeah, back to the point, episode 95 is available everywhere, so definitely go check that out if you haven't already. So what happened over the last week? Music Mondays dropped a decent amount of content. We're going to talk about it. Staff Design Showcase number 4 is available on all of our social media, such as Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, all that good stuff. If you don't know what our Staff Design Showcase is, that's basically our segment where once a month we'll be showcasing our staff design team. We'll be showing off their recent work, talking about their commissions, if they're open, if they're closed. It's just a really good way to promote our design team, especially now that we have a roster full of 10 people, and I think like 4 or 5 of which are like active designers. So shout out the Music Mondays design team, man. Aster, Conveni, Ivica's a designer on the side, Michael, Sunset. Huge shout out to the squad, man. Underground Classics Volume 4 is also available on our SoundCloud. That's something that I'm really, really happy about. Underground Classics is a monthly segment where we sort of go over underground tracks that really brought the Music Monday staff members into the underground. So this isn't curated through the community, this is curated through staff only, and it's basically a playlist of tracks that staff really enjoy, and stuff that really introduced them to the underground. So volume 4, curated by our DJ Michael Jones, is available right now on our SoundCloud, so definitely go check that out. There's a lot of older bangers on there, stuff from Dear God, Lord Heretic, Fury, Ghost Blue, a whole lot of good stuff is available over there, so definitely go check out Underground Classics Volume 4. And that is a monthly segment, so that's definitely not something you're going to see every week. So definitely go check out the older volumes if you haven't already. Expect a brand new one in December, of course. So, what's next? Well, a brand new article is available on our homepage, allmusicmondays.com. It is by our staff writer, Lavender. And it is a review for an artist by the name of Say Your Blairs. We spoke a little bit about their recent drops, stuff that they're coming out with recently and in the future. Say Your Blairs is definitely fucking killing it, and Lavender wrote an excellent review on their recent work, so definitely go check that out on the Music Mondays homepage. And if you're ever interested, just go browse around the Music Mondays homepage, man. It's been a while since we've done sort of a visual walkthrough on stream, but I've been keeping up with the website pretty heavily, and we have over, I want to say, like 40 plus articles available right now between interviews and reviews. And of course, all of our submission guidelines are fully updated and available there as well. And all of our contacts are available. If you're ever interested in contacting the roster, if you're interested in pitching yourself for an article to a writer, all that information is available there as well. So definitely go check out the Music Mondays homepage, man. SoundCloud Sunday, volume 57 is available on our SoundCloud as well. We had a decent week of fucking content. Now that I'm just looking over this, man, like, I'm like, holy shit. This week was really, really good for Music Mondays, because like I said last week, it's really an important week to just catch up for December. I was really focusing pretty heavily on In Case You Missed It Monthly and really getting that bigger written piece out. So now that we did, we're just focusing on monthly and weekly content until December. So, like I said, SoundCloud Sunday, volume 57 is available now. That one is curated by myself, Ivica Glass, and Waterfalls. And again, SoundCloud Sunday is really our premier playlist, our most popular playlist, and our most meaningful, if I'm being honest. That's a playlist for not only artists, but mutual listeners, supporters, new fans of the underground, people that don't know where to look for new music. SoundCloud Sunday is your go-to playlist, so definitely show your friends that playlist. Put people on, because, you know, that playlist is really crucial to the ecosystem of not only the Music Mondays community, but just the underground community. Just a great way to give people a good chunk of music, right? That is brand new, they've probably never fucking heard of, and they can go and just bump a fucking whole hour to 2 hour playlist. So definitely go check out SoundCloud Sunday. The foundation competition is still going on right now. So this week, we were supposed to go over like all the vocal tracks for the foundation competition, but me and Sunset decided to hold off on all foundation vocal submissions until next week. So next week we'll be judging pretty much everything, and you'll be eligible for the first place prize if you did enter. So if you're interested in the foundation competition and you're like, holy shit, I need to record, I need to do this, I need to do that, all the information is available in our Discord, or you can always DM myself, the Music Mondays homepage, or Sunset if you need any more information on the foundation competition. So, like I said, we'll be going over vocal tracks next week. Basically, if you're a vocalist, all of the instrumentals in the foundation project itself, which is live on our SoundCloud, all of those instrumentals are free to download. Feel free to make a track with those, and you'll be eligible as long as you submit for our first place prize, which is essentially a Music Mondays hosted track where we'll provide you with custom cover art of your choosing, a promotion on all of our socials, and basically just have your a new track be pretty much held down and have a really nice home as soon as it drops. So if you're interested in that, definitely join our Discord. You can also contact Sunset. All the information is also available on our socials. Definitely go check that out. So next week we'll be going over the finalists for that. So go get some free instrumentals, go cook up your own, or you can hit up Epsono or Ivica, because they did remixes of the instrumental. So definitely go hit them up if you're interested in something more custom. But we'll be going over all vocal submissions next week, and we'll be choosing a winner. So, that is that for the foundation competition, man. Busy week for Music Mondays, but we do have some really interesting things coming up. Feature Friday, Workshop Wednesday will both be available late November, early December. And then, in case you missed it, monthly and a brand new YouTube series will be available next week. So, definitely be prepared for that. I have Ivica working on a brand new YouTube series, and of course, our big main piece, in case you missed it, monthly, the December edition will be live, I believe, December 2nd. So be on the lookout for all that stuff, man. We are fucking really cranking out new content, and just be on the lookout for new shit, because we're really becoming like a powerhouse, truly. The Music Mondays team is just working as a fucking unit, so just be prepared for a lot of new stuff, man. So basically, the rest of November is our regular scheduled content, and into December, we'll be giving you guys details on the Music Mondays Awards and a bunch of stuff we'll be doing before the year ends. So, heading into December, guns fucking blazing, my friends. So, yeah, man, other than that, what a crazy week for social media as well. Before we get into submissions, I definitely want to talk about all the fucking ridiculousness that I saw on Twitter, man. I don't really care for any sort of like politics or like right or wrongs or anything like that, pertaining to like somebody like Elon Musk or shit like that. I am more concerned with the ecosystem of the underground community, right? And independent art. And you know, business and tech stuff aside, right? There was a lot of rumors going around that Twitter was just going to suddenly disappear. And it was really eye-opening to see the amount of people that were so ready to just kind of be like, all right, fuck it, like, I'm out of here. And it was almost like, people didn't really think about what the alternative would be. And as of right now, there really isn't one, right? Like, you're not gonna go to fucking Tumblr and post your music. You're not gonna go to Facebook and post your music. Everybody already has an Instagram, right? And any of those like weird third party bullshit socials, they're all fucking weirdos and corrupt. Like, Twitter's still the only place where you can do whatever the fuck you want and really stay in your section of like the community. So when it comes to like really just jumping ship, like, it's just not realistic to kind of, switch avenues and just not use a whole platform with a massive user base, right? It's just very unrealistic, and not something that um anybody of significance is really looking towards. Like, there are no full alternatives to um a real conversational kind of platform like Twitter is. And Twitter's been an essential piece of not only just social media, right? But really underground and independent music. like a lot of underground art thrives through places like Twitter. Um, Music Mondays is a perfect example of that because when I started the podcast, it was a year after COVID had really fucked everything up and society was really trying to get used to everything. And at first, it was really hard to tap into the underground community on my own again without like any resources, without like um any like real backing because I was coming from another platform that I had left and they were doing their own thing. They sort of sold their brand, whatever, whatever. And I sort of went solo and was like, all right, fuck, how am I gonna do this, right? Because I had like all my basic connections, right? I had all my friends, I had all my mutuals, but like, how do you tap into a community? And that's was the big task for me at first. And at first, like I said, it was definitely difficult, but through just basic Twitter users, people were sort of getting more and more interested in the way that Music Mondays was doing things, on top of the way that I was so consistent with everything, right? And eventually we tapped into this whole sort of underside, right? It was almost like picking up a rock and you see like a bunch of fucking bugs under it, right? Well, that's what it was like. It was like, here's where everybody was hiding. And it was this whole legion of brand new individuals, and of course, already established individuals that were hungry and had platforms of their own and were engaging with supporters and this and this and this. And, a lot of that wouldn't be a thing if it wasn't for Twitter. You know what I mean? Not a lot of these other platforms are as engaging and like make it as easy to talk to people like Twitter does, right? Like nobody uses Instagram group chats. Um, Interacting with people on Instagram is kind of whack. It's like sort of like the baseline of everything, but Twitter feels very, very personal and it always has, and that's why it's, had an edge over everything. Um, and not necessarily like an edge because I do think other platforms have their own sort of uses, right? Like Instagram and TikTok are perfect for media, and you have YouTube for, your drops and things like that. And Twitter was always like the conversational app, and you were able to like network very, very heavily. And back to my original point, I was kind of like not shocked because people are very naive, but I was definitely surprised at the amount of people that were very much believing that Twitter was just going to magically shut down. Um, you know, because like even if you take a step back, like logically, that's just not. We haven't really had a collapse like that since MySpace and things like that. And even if that was going to be the case with Twitter, like it would just be a free for all for everybody. It would just be able to almost grow into something new. So, with that said, um, Music Mondays was already expanded into all platforms. So that wasn't really a worry for us, because we already are available everywhere. You can find us on TikTok, you can find us on Tumblr. We have our homepage. We are available everywhere. So there was no need for the community to scramble or anything like that, because Music Mondays will always be your rock as far as underground media, the latest underground news and music and art. We're always going to be here regardless of what's going down, right? So, essentially, just make sure you connect with us on all platforms. Our main ways of curation are always going to be through Twitter just because it's easiest for us. Um, but we'll always break into new avenues, right? Like the other day, I was working on the official Music Mondays Reddit. That was one thing that I hadn't really touched on yet. But as far as everything else, go check us out everywhere. Go check out the homepage. Go check out the Tumblr, the TikTok, the YouTube, everything, you know? So we move forward with the community. And no worries, my friends. No worries at all. So I did find that funny though, and I just wanted to speak on that for a little bit because people were like just just sort of scrambling and not really understanding what was going on. And definitely funny to see in real time, that's for sure. But with that said, let's talk about submissions, my friends. And as I said, submissions are always available through Twitter, and they'll always be in the same format. They'll read artists and creatives. Submissions are open for live reviews on Music Mondays, live on 11/21/22 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/zonplays, which is here and now. If you'd like to submit your music, artwork, fashion, or digital creations, drop your links and portfolios below. All art forms are welcome. So, like I said, same format every week, but contrary to our name, we do react to and review all forms of underground and independent art. Last week, I sort of dove into the reasoning for that and why we sort of react to and review everything, not just music. And that's because, in short, 90% of underground artists are like they just have so many talents that it's really hard to ignore them, right? Like a lot of vocalists are producers, a lot of producers are also designers, a lot of DJs are also fucking streamers or YouTubers or this or that. Like there are so many other alternatives that artists really work in. So it's always good to shine light on those and really show them love as well. So that's why we do that. We will never take payment for any submissions, any playlists, any written pieces. Um, that's just not how Music Mondays does business. That's not how we're growing our community. If you're ever interested in submitting everything, just to follow the submission guidelines. And like I said, we'll never take payment for any of the things that I listed. Like I said, playlists, articles, reviews, podcast stuff, anything like that, interviews. We never have, we never will. All of our revenue comes from our homepage, our Twitch channel. Um, if you stream the podcast, if you use the donate button on the podcast page, business deals, people want to, sponsor the podcast, that'd be fine as well. But we'll never take money from the underground community, especially the type of artists that we specialize in, which are brand new artists that don't have the financial means to necessarily blow on hundreds of dollars of promotion and this and that and the third. No, because this is what we love to do, right? And we get to connect with artists, on a not only like deeper level, but that's why I like to keep the staff exclusive to artists as well. Because a lot of my friends and a lot of the things that I've done came through media, came through journalism. I, you know, got asked to manage a lot of artists through just writing and journalism shit alone. So there's like a whole other like field of reasons why Music Mondays does the things that we do. So, um, with that said, the only thing that we do ask before you submit to the podcast is that you're following the Music Mondays homepage on Twitter, just to help grow the community, help show love to everybody that does submit every week and does already follow the Music Mondays homepage. So that's the only thing that we do ask. And other than that, submissions will usually close a couple hours before the show, depending on how many submissions we actually have. I'll probably end up closing them earlier. But for the most part, you have about 6 or so days, because submissions will go live following the show. If you're watching on YouTube, submissions are probably already live. If you're watching here on Twitch, submissions are closed, but they do open back tomorrow. So today's Monday, and they'll back open tomorrow, Tuesday, and then they'll close Monday morning, Monday afternoon, roughly. And then that's basically it. If you have any other questions about the Music Mondays podcast or you're interested in submitting, definitely follow us on Twitter and definitely go check out all of our guides available on YouTube. I uploaded quite a few guides on how to submit every week. And our website is fully updated with the latest guidelines, so definitely go check that out. 100%. But that does it, my friends. Let's hop into submissions for episode 96. Like I said, we have a decent amount, lots of familiar faces. We got some media, plenty of audio, a whole lot of good stuff. So let's hop right in. And this first submission is from the homie Chainsaw Huey, who is very active in the Music Money Discord. But this will be the first time that we'll be reacting and reviewing one of their tracks. So a first time submission. This will be very, very exciting. I know Chainsaw made it on a couple editions of SoundCloud Sunday, or at least one, but this is the first time we're going to listen to them on the Music Money's podcast. So I'm definitely interested. They submitted a track titled House of Cards, and the caption is "Going crazy over this one." Okay. Pop that open a new tab. Art is definitely crazy, for sure. I like the simplicity of it. I like the idea, for sure. 100%. Parental advisory, yeah, it's definitely probably some art that will make more sense as we listen to this track, for sure. But 5 days ago, lots of love on this too. Love the vocals. Keep up the good work. Trap beat is hype. Wild track, keep it up. Yeah, like there's a lot of love on this. Okay, bet. First time submitting artist, Chainsaw Huey, House of Cards. Beat sounds great.
It's dark outside, can't go outside. It's love in the nighttime. I'ma go till I can't never give it down. Play the cards in my hand. Can't fold, nigga, damn right, yeah. Going all in. Hate to see a young nigga ballin'. Swear this the last time. Aim for the head. Can't miss you. Can't love. Got a meal to make. Sit a deal. Got a big thing. Got no feelings. Shit, I can't wait. Not sold. Time to run these niggas sold. Want the money, prospect in the hole. Promise till my cup so full. Funny though. Can't go back to the old. Nights I was lonely. Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Now we got real ties on him. Yeah, just a nigga from the crib. Yeah, but it's same cribs. Still showing how I live. 7 days a week, so I gotta give. Living died already. When it's turning right and I'm ready. Yeah, know we coming ready. Southside, know the guys all ready. It's dark outside, can't go outside. It's live in the nighttime. I'ma go till I can't never give it down. Play the cards in my hand. Can't fold, nigga, damn right, yeah. Going all in. Hate to see a young nigga ballin'. Swear this the last time. Aim for the head. Can't miss you. Can't love. Got a meal to make. Sit a deal. Got a big thing. Got no feelings.
was gas as fuck. This is a fire way to kick off the show, that's for sure, man. I definitely got some words. Let's get it, Huey. Alright, so first time submitting artists, and I definitely it definitely is like one of those like theatrical kind of covers, right? I feel like the sample matches this cover so nicely. Um so the cover definitely goes hard. But let's break this down, man. We're gonna talk about three things. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, we're gonna talk about vocals, we're gonna talk about the overall theme of House of Cards. Well, in the description, we have produced and mixed by Chainsaw Huey, which is like, fuck. You know what I mean? Because this bangs for sure. So, just speaking about production alone, right? Um, I love this instrumental because it's got very little going on, but it is such a wide, hard hitting instrumental for sure. Like I do feel like the sample um does a lot of work. I wouldn't say carries the instrumental because I feel like the drums knock hard enough to really set a nice bounce, you know? But man, Shining Star for me might be the sample just because it is so well utilized. Um and we'll talk about the vocals here in a second. But yeah, man, mix is great. Nothing clashing, too overbearing. Vocals sit really, really nice. I love the sound selection here for sure. Um this is impressive for all done on some solo shit, produced and mixed. There are a handful of artists in the music minors community and just the underground community in general that have a chokehold on their own sound like this because this is like very crisp, knocks very, very hard. And you just love to see artists who can do that. You know what I mean? You just love to see it. Gotta tip it. Gotta tip it. So, production wise, this is great. I love the simplicity of it. Like I said, Shining Star, absolutely the sample here. Um, but let's talk about vocals. Chainsaw Huey's vocals are definitely one of a kind. I noticed somebody said that this was like Travis Scott vibes, but I'm not getting very Travis Scott vibes at all. I do find this very original. Um, maybe that's just me being biased, but I always keep sort of like an open mind unless it's like inherently obvious that somebody's taking inspiration. And even if they were, it's fine. Like you need to take inspiration from shit that you enjoy. But to say that this was sort of like giving Travis vibes, nah, I don't think so. This definitely gives me like very dark trap vibes, very darker than Travis. And not even darker lyrically, just darker sonically. Like the sound in this is just like slightly demonic, but not really, because of the lyrical content. So it's a great blend of like dark trap and some like alternative trap vibes for sure. And just raw rap, to be honest with you. Um, but yeah, the vocals are well done. I love the vocal mix. I know Chainsaw was talking about an engineer in the Music Money's Discord recently, but this mix is very, very crisp when it comes to vocals. So I definitely tip my hat there as well. But this wasn't some like lyrical spiritual miracle kind of track. This was a very like, you know, Chainsaw didn't have like these like in-depth lyrics, but what lyrics were here, they were so impactful. I felt like, that's where the cover comes into play, and the way that Chainsaw sort of like wrote this track out and really structured it made it very epic and theatrical and very like, House of Cards kind of vibes. So the writing here, very, very solid, and I like the style of it. I love the structure of everything when the vocals sort of came into play, right? Because the instrumental itself is very, very hard, but the vocals were really going to be like a big telltale sign for this, and I do enjoy the vocals here a lot. Very effective and very like easy to grasp onto for like a new listener, right? Like somebody could hear this and absolutely think it bangs. So, well done. Let's talk about the theme here, right? aesthetically, House of Cards. Like I said, this was gonna be one of those covers where you're gonna really understand it after you sort of listen to the track, and I was definitely feeling that. I do feel like the sample resonates with this cover like a lot. You know what I mean? It definitely brings that kind of like almost like holy kind of like I don't know. It just has this like it's not like a religious vibe, but it has this kind of like it's just very epic. It's just very big and large and theatrical for sure. But aesthetically the cover nailed it for sure. Um throw parental advisory on there, call it a day, you're good to go. Now, the overall theme of House of Cards, um you have some subtle nods and some sort of like almost poetic like bars, but House of Cards seems to me that it's more so a theme for Chainsaw Huey and more so a way to present the track itself, right? Um one of those kind of titles and themes that really means more to the artist and the listener kind of gets what they get from it, which is really really fucking dope. I've always loved that style of like writing and song making, to be honest with you. So I feel like the theme and the aesthetics absolutely go together, and I think Chainsaw definitely fucking killed this. 5 days ago, go run this up, go show Chainsaw Huey some love, man. Chainsaw Huey is very, very motherfucking talented, and make sure you follow Chainsaw Huey on SoundCloud. Chainsaw is approaching 34K on SoundCloud. Go show Chainsaw some love, man. And of course, make sure you follow Chainsaw Huey on Twitter. Chainsaw Huey is approaching 50 followers on Twitter. Go show Chainsaw some love. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you have not already. We are 5 subscribers away from 80 motherfucking subs, man. I'm trying to hit 100 before the end of the year. And we're fucking inching, man. We are inching. So make sure you go show the YouTube channel some love. And I see every single one of you that are already subscribed to the channel and show the uploads some love. You are the fucking shit. I see you. You loyal. You smart. Shout out to everybody that runs up the YouTube, man. Thank you. So yes, go fucking sub to the channel if you haven't already, and go show these very talented artists some love, man. All right. What a way to kick off the show. Chainsaw is very fucking talented. Holy shit. Alright. Let's continue on, my friends. Thomas Marcus is up next. Thomas is a very, very regular submitting artist here on the show, but also a staple in the producer community. And somebody that I respect greatly when it comes to production and really treating themselves like an artist and really just putting out instrumental tracks for their own, and really just building a support base off of that. Thomas is just a producer that really just cares about their brand, and I love to see that. So this week, they submitted a track titled Rewriting Destiny. And I love the cover. I don't know what this is from, but I love the art style like a lot. And then you slap the Thomas Marcus logo on there. Damn, man. I love this art style though. Definitely. It's tagged lo-fi 1 day ago. Very, very new. Let's check this out. Thomas Marcus Rewriting Destiny. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh, the fucking outro was great. See, that was one of those that'll make you just fucking zone out and vibe like 100%. That was great. See, there aren't many producers out here doing shit like this. Like, there really isn't. And, like, I've been saying that about Thomas. It's like day fucking one, man. So, let's break this one down. Obviously, no vocals. So, we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about the instrumental, and we're going to talk about the overall theme of Rewriting Destiny. So, let's start off with the mix, man. Right off rip, I do like this mix a lot. Very rarely does Thomas have a very controversial mix or a mix that you really have to um point out anything about. But mix is very, very solid on this one, especially with how crazy these guitar solos are. Not that they're like crazy in structure or anything like that, but they are very loud and proud. So it's like, okay. Um I did note that Thomas did a very, very good job mixing these as well. So the mix is on point. But I'd say Shining Star has got to be the melodies, like 100%. Like the drums are just keeping the bounce, really just keeping the track very, very chill. But Thomas does what Thomas does best in this track again, man, and just really give us some nice, chill guitar solos. Like Thomas's guitars are very, very fucking rare. Once again, like I was saying, there aren't many artists out here, especially within the Music Mondays community, that are doing lo-fi kind of alternative rock, kind of ambient rock, chill shit like Thomas is. Truly, there aren't many. So another one done. Well fucking done, my friend. Absolutely. So, like I said, Shining Stars definitely got to be the melody. Um, let's talk a little bit about the theme here. Now, aesthetically, like I said, I do enjoy this art style a lot, but hearing the track back now, I definitely feel like this cover is perfect for this. It definitely gives me sunset, kind of like end of the day kind of vibes, driving home on the back roads kind of shit. So aesthetically, I feel like Thomas definitely nailed it for sure. And the thing that I just love about this though, and producers like Kale and Absono and so many other producers that really put out instrumentals of their own, that they just put a little bit of effort into it, right? Whether it be from the cover art or picking a song title or just kind of like really keeping up with the theme here. And that's where I want to talk about the title, because Rewriting Destiny, I do feel like it does tie in with the cover, and definitely, like I said, brings you that kind of like end of the day sunset kind of beach vibe, almost just like back roads, like just real like end of the day type shit. So I feel like Thomas definitely nailed it as far as like an overall theme and like vibe goes here on Rewriting Destiny. So I just want to take note of that. I love when producers do that, because that's something that I've prided myself on and my work. So you love to see that shit, man. You really do. So huge shout out to Thomas Marcus. Thank you for the submission, homie. Much motherfucking love. And make sure you follow Thomas Marcus on SoundCloud. Thomas is approaching 170, about 8 away. Go show Thomas some love, man. And of course, make sure you follow Thomas Marcus 075 on Twitter. Thomas is 7 away from 40 followers. Go show Thomas some love. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode, all 96 of them, every episode, all the artists are featured in the description. So if you're watching on YouTube, click that fucking description and be like, hey, I'm gonna follow every single one of these. But no, I'm just kidding. If you fuck with somebody, go show them some love, man. And subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 80 subscribers. We are about 5 away. And huge shout out to anybody that already has subbed to the channel and shows love to the drops, man. So, continuing on, we got the homie Cole Gerard. And Cole is quite the multi-talented artist, whether it be cover art, mixing, vocals. We've seen Cole do it all here on the Music Mondays podcast. But this week, Cole submitted a track. Wait, we have a decent description here from Cole as well. Unreleased Okay, so we got some unreleased Cole here. Okay. And it's Prod hidden. Cole Gerard hidden. Okay. So we don't have um a track title here. So let's pop this open in a new tab here. So we have some unreleased Cole Gerard here. Prod hidden. And the cover art is fucking nuts, actually. Holy shit. Yeah, this is really tough. I like the watercolor style here a lot, for sure. But man, this is pretty rare. It's been a while since we've had some unreleased Cole. So I'm very interested to see what we're about to get here. Let's check this out. Unreleased Cole Gerard. Let's go. Sheesh. I mean, we just gotta call that song "Run It Back." Like I don't know, I don't know what else you could ever fucking call that shit. God damn, man, that was great. That was like, the perfect example of like a track for a minute 30 that's like under 2 minutes that just fucking that just goes very fucking hard. Like not 1 second was wasted over a minute and 30. Like this was one of those roller coaster tracks, except there is no come down. It just kind of like peaks at the top and then you're good. Like this was very interesting. Couple things to talk about here. So let's break this down. We're talking about three things. We're talking about the instrumental. We're talking about vocals. Talk about the overall theme of this unreleased exclusive Cole Gerard. Um, yeah. So let's refer back to this description. Unreleased for Hidden's EP. Shout out to Dog for letting me show y'all. More shit between us and the motherfucking way. Prod Hidden Mix and Master. Cole, of course. Damn. So this was a very interesting track. Not that we haven't heard Cole take this style on before, but I do feel like Cole really took like a different spin on this kind of like almost kind of like rage style, but it has like this alternative, kind of pizzazz to it. Um but this is definitely the first time we've seen them work together as far as I'm concerned. Maybe we have reviewed some Cole Hidden before, but if we have, it's been a while. That's for sure. Um but this is definitely one of those tracks where it shows off Cole's kind of like genre blending mixed in with like Cole's straight delivery skills when it comes to like rapping and like actually spitting. So there's a couple of like technical parts of this song that are very tippable. But as far as the instrumental goes, very well done as far as like what this instrumental is. I do like this kind of style for Cole. Mix is solid, nothing clashing, too overbearing. And I definitely think it hits the nail on the head for what I think Cole um was really going for as far as like a vision goes for this track. First to be heard, yeah, see exactly. Exactly. First to be heard. There you go. But yeah, I do love the vision for this. Like I think the approach is really, really well done. And I do feel like the cover like actually matches the futuristic kind of um almost like kind of dark sound going on here. So I feel like the cover definitely nailed it, but we'll talk about the theme in a second. Production wise, I do feel like Hayden killed it, and I do feel like the mix sits really, really well with vocals. So well done. I like the vision direction here, definitely. Now let's talk about vocals here. Shining Star for me right off the rip, absolutely has got to be the structure. I love the way that these vocals are structured. I love the way that the verses are placed. I love the delivery. Everything about the structure and the lyrics and vocals themselves really, really were spot on for what this instrumental is. I feel like you could have took this instrumental and done like a kind of like a different idea, but who knows? Like I feel like if you're gonna take the approach that Cole did, it has to be done in this way, and I think Cole did a really, really good job with this. Really making it feel original, but sort of like you like get as a listener like where this direction is going. It's very much on this like alternative kind of dark trap rap side. So it's very, very interesting. 100%. So Shining Star for me, structure, without a doubt. Um, especially like that roller coaster kind of feeling. You know what I mean? Like that sort of the track doesn't start off slow, but it builds up as it goes, right? So it comes in hot, but it really like builds up into something like I'd say about 3/4 of the way. And this track clocks in at about a minute 30. So a minute 30, you kind of got to make your impact and like just fucking go. So for what this track is and came out to be, I feel like not 1 second, like I said, of the minute 30 was wasted. Like without a doubt. So well fucking done. Yeah, Shining Star for me structure, I do love this kind of like alternative dark trap rage style. Um I definitely am interested in more. For sure. I almost want more from that just to expand on the sound. But instrumental, well done. Vocals, very well done. Let's talk about the theme here. So exclusive unreleased track. I do love this cover. Like, obviously, nothing final here. But for an unreleased exclusive, I do love this cover, and I do feel like it fits this kind of rage sound for sure. And then the color palette, very, very simple. You have your sort of reds, your blacks, your blues, your whites. So combine that with like the watercolor kind of style. I like this a lot. And the font's well chosen as well. Um, you know, I feel like this could come together with a theme really nicely. But for some exclusive unreleased, we'll leave that to be decided. Huge shout out to Cole for the submission, homie. Much, much motherfucking love. Make sure you follow Cole Gerard on SoundCloud. Cole is 5 away from 50 followers. Go show Cole some love, man. That's a good milestone. Of course, make sure you follow Cole Gerard on Twitter. Cole is approaching 40 followers, 3 away. Go show Cole some love, man. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 80 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, exclusive hosted tracks, a whole lot of good stuff's going down on the channel, man. So go show the channel and go show these artists some love. So, continuing on, my friends, we have started off the show very, very hot. Chainsaw kicked us off. Thomas absolutely killed it. Cole absolutely killed it. Exclusive unreleased Cole. But up next we have the homie King Mark back again. Thanks, yo. Hitting EP around the beginning of the year. Let's go. So expect that 2023. Let's get it. Huge shout out to Cole, man. Banger as always. I agree, my friend. I definitely agree. So, like I said, we're gonna hop back into King Mark. Now, King Mark has been killing it with the recent submissions. The exclusive Mark is fucking active as shit in the Discord. Mark always fucking going in, man. But not only that, Mark is a very, very good person to have around the community. And Mark is just an artist that is just a pleasure to have around because Mark can really just cook up some shit that'll really like almost super inspire you. Like you'd be like, damn, dude. Like it's like Mark has just done exceptionally well this year. So this week they submitted a track titled "I'm on the Road," and I assume we have some exclusive unreleased. Let's pop this open in a new tab, Rooney. Oh yeah, we got some exclusive unreleased King Mark coming in, and it's on the radio. It's on the radio. Okay. Always unreleased. Wait, this cover is actually dumb hard. This is okay. See, I like this a lot because lately we've been getting, you know, the not like regular King Mark style, but you can kind of know what to expect when it comes to King Mark, right? But this cover definitely takes a different approach and especially plays on the I'm on the radio kind of title here. So I like this cover a lot. 18 days ago, exclusive unreleased, always unreleased, baby. Mix King Mark, cover King Mark, lyrics and description. Okay. Let's check this out. Exclusive unreleased King Mark. I'm on the radio. Shit comes in hot. Damn. 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 That's fucking hit. Oh fuck. That is a fucking hit. I really, really like this as like a premier King Mark single track. I have a lot of thoughts about this. Let's break this down. But first, I want to sip some fucking water. We're talking about three things though. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, talk about vocals, and talk about the overall theme of on the radio. So, um, instrumentally, you're getting the King Mark staple here, right? You have this very much alternative, pop, electronic kind of bass instrumental with a lot of hip hop trap elements, right? And personally, I love this style. I do feel like this kind of alternative pop style really, really fucking bangs. But yeah, like this is a perfect instrumental choice for Mark. I do love the structure here, though. I feel like this is a great structure for an artist to really flourish. But Mark, especially, just because of the way that Mark really writes these. Um, yeah, I mean, instrumental, kind of an obvious choice, right? Like standard King Mark, like a really good choice, like something very very original, and an instrumental that just fits the King Mark style that we kind of all become accustomed to. So I like this instrumental choice a lot, definitely. It fits like sort of right in the King Mark style for me. Um, Mix is well done. It comes in a bit hot. Um, but that's really like what these kind of tracks are, right? Like they are very much alternative pop centered. So it comes in nicely for sure. Now, let's talk about vocals here. Um so much to talk about vocal wise. Like I feel like these vocals were very very well done. Like everything from the writing to the delivery, the structure. There's a lot I really like about these vocals here. Um Plus, the lyrics and description really gives it like that extra edge, to really like understand the vision that Mark was going for here, as far as like making like a track that's like super bouncy but still very very hard. Like this definitely knocks as far as like alternative pop goes. Very much knocks. But man, Shining Star, I don't know. There's so much that I like about this. I do really like the delivery, but I'm gonna have to say the hook has got to be the shining star. I do feel like Mark's writing as of lately, Mark's writing has always been good, but as of lately, the hooks have just been really, really improving and really just kind of like getting their own kind of style and flow and cadence. Mark's really coming into, um, like really just this kind of like staple kind of style that you're like, oh yeah, that's a King Mark hook. Like it's just a Mark track, you know what I mean? Like very bouncy, very just kind of it's like bouncy and hard hitting for sure. But really the definition of alternative pop to me. So vocals are really, really well done. Um, another shining star for me has got to be the writing overall though. Like lots of really chill bars in here and really a theme that you could like completely understand, you know what I mean? Like really just a bunch of punchlines that a lot of people could relate to, or even if you can't, like you understand kind of like where Mark is coming from lyrically. So I do think the writing on this is really really good, like 100%. So let's talk about the theme here. Aesthetically, top 10 King Mark covers for me. I love the approach just because Mark just kind of switched up, but kept it the same by keeping the King Mark font and things like that. But really just kind of took an image and really ran with it and really kept on theme with the I'm on the radio kind of vibe. So I do love this cover art for sure. And it just screams King Mark staple. And then you throw in the King Mark font and you're good to go. This was actually a throwaway because of the lyrics, but I said fuck it, we ball. Nah, see, that's what's crazy about this is like I feel like I noticed the writing on this heavily just because of the delivery for everything, and it felt like you were very, very like feeling yourself on this track, so it was very much noticeable. So I do like the writing on this, absolutely, and I do feel like if we're gonna talk about the overall theme, aesthetically absolutely matches. But I'm on the radio, like just as one of those like in your face kind of like I'm gonna shit on you when I'm up, and I'm gonna keep working, and you know you can pretty much fucking hate me all you want, but you're not gonna do fucking shit about it because you're not shit. Like, there's a lot of like really like relatable punchlines in here that, you know, you're gonna find something to relate to one way or another. And it's just kind of like those lines where they're not like rude or cocky, but I feel like they have enough attitude in them to like make it relatable but also a bop. And I feel like that's like that fine line that alternative pop, alternative trap, alternative electronic really rides. Like I feel like if you ride that line like perfectly enough, you'll be good to go. And Mark has really been perfecting that line of like really like emotional lyrics mixed with like sort of in your face swag stuff and on point delivery. Like all of that is really coming together for Mark slowly as these tracks go on, and I think that's a really really cool story. Um, but yeah, Mark's been fucking killing it lately. So huge shout out to King Mark. Thank you for the submission, homie. Much motherfucking love. Be on the lookout for this and much more, and make sure you follow King Mark on SoundCloud. Mark is 7 followers away from 167 away. Go show Mark some love, man. Of course, follow King Mark Music on Twitter. Mark is 3 away from 270, also a fire milestone. Go show Mark some love, man. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in a description of the YouTube free upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to Music Money's YouTube channel, god damn it, if you haven't already. We're approaching motherfucking 80 subscribers, man. We upload 2 times a week. Exclusive unreleased tracks, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, a whole lot of good stuff on the channel, man. Go show the channel and these artists some love. All right. Let's continue on, my friends. We have started off the show really, really fucking hot. You guys are fucking insane, man. So Chainsaw, Thomas, Cole, Mark. Up next, we do have a first time submitting artist, Salem's Corey Dalius. One of my favorite songs off my new album, and it's a Bandcamp link. Salem's. Okay. Hold on. Let's check this out here. I love the way that the Bandcamp looks. Holy shit. Tags, alternative, bedroom pop, DIY, lo-fi, California. Contacts. My name is Sam, and I make music under the names Salem's Corey Dalius. Okay. They submitted a track titled Wasp Parts. Damn. Alright. Okay. Well, let's check this out. First time submitting artist. Let's go. I want a whole themed Christmas album with this production to counterbalance all of the Mariah Carey. Shout out Cole in the chat, man. Well said. So, this was an experience, man. This was an experience. Let's break this down. So, we're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of Wasp Arts. So, production wise, this was very, very experimental and very noise driven. Which if you take it for face value, it's very well done. Production wise is very raw, very in your face, very, very noise driven, like I said, but going on the like more experimental alternative side. So the production for like what it is in the vision, I do enjoy it. Um Talking about vocals for a second here, I do feel like the writing was like my favorite part about this. Even some of the delivery was really, really well done. I think one thing that I would have loved to see done in a brand new track is a cleaner mix to let a lot of these vocals and a lot of this delivery really shine a bit more. Because I love the writing on here. I love the delivery a lot. Um, and I feel like with a very, very clean mix, I feel like this could super, super shine like 100%. Um, because this vision, like you can see like where this is going, and I definitely, definitely love the sound direction, like 100%. So vocals at Shining Star here for me got to be the lyrics. Um, the delivery was really well done as well. Um, Talking about the theme here, aesthetically, I love the cover as well, giving it more of like a IRL DIY kind of cover. Um, but also keeping it very raw and original. Um, the track title Wasp Parts is definitely one of those track titles that's like very personal to the artist, right? And even if you're going to like dive into the lyrics with a more like deeper theme, um again, something that's so great about music is sometimes you can just create music and just really get a bunch of thoughts out, even if not a lot of people are going to be able to relate to it, just because it is beautiful and poetic. So I do feel like the writing here is very, very expressive towards the artist, and just a really um well put together example of the artist's writing ability, like 100%. Just one of those tracks that's like personal towards the artist, and really not meant for like, oh, like this is like for you, or like this is for this, not like this is for me. It's how I'm feeling right now. Here's a track. You know what I mean? So really, really love the structure of this for sure. Yeah, huge shout out to Salem's, man. Thank you so much for the first time submission. Make sure you follow Salem's on Bandcamp as well as Twitter. Every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube free upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you have not already. We are approaching 80 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week, full podcast episodes, exclusive Music Monday segments, a whole lot of good stuff is available on the channel. Go show the channel and these artists some love. And if you have, thank you. I see you. I see all you motherfuckers commenting. See all you guys liking and viewing the shit. I appreciate you. Whole staff appreciate you. So, up next we got the homie Mild Goth Daddy. This is a really, really good friend of mine. But we do have a media submission from them. So after we get through all the audio, we'll wrap back around to all the media, and right under Mild is Offspring. So a couple media submissions right there that we'll wrap back around to. I believe we have another like music video down here as well. So we'll wrap back around to all of the media after we get through audio. So, up next we got the homie Troy Van Dusen. I believe we've reacted to Troy on the Music Mondays podcast. I think some point in 2021, um, around the earlier episodes of Music Mondays, probably around like the first 10, maybe the first 20. But I do remember Troy having like a very experimental kind of like almost like alternative pop theme. Um, but I am very interested to see what they submitted because it has been a while. Upstream, connect, error, disconnect, reset, blah blah, can't connect. What is the track? Sunrise, Troy Van Dusen. All right, let's see if we can like pull it up somewhere. The link is like broken. Okay, we got it. We got it. We good. We good, chat. 304 2021, so not brand new, but not um relatively old either. Let's check this out. Troy Van Dusen, Sunrise. Uh. Uh. Yeah. Holy shit. Damn. Mario pulled this in the club. All right. That was nah, literally, Cole had me crying. Mario pulled into the club. No bullshit though. Like this was quite the experience, right? I was getting a couple different vibes from this track. Um, but overall, really well done. Definitely a track that you could totally get like oh like almost any party really bopping with this. But let's break this down. Obviously, no lyrics, so we're going to talk about two things here. We're talking about the instrumental, and we're going to talk about the overall theme of Sunrise. So, instrumentally, I love this mix. This mix was really well done, especially for the amount of things that was going on in this track, right? Between the melodies, the drums, the structure, the drops, there was a whole lot going on in this track, and throughout the entire thing, the mix was very, very crisp and solid. So you can absolutely tip that for sure. Um, Shining Star for me was a structure. I mean, 3 minutes and 4 seconds, and not one dull moment. So that's again very tippable, especially with releasing instrumentals, right? And even instrumentals in this sort of style where they're meant to, make you move. It's sort of like the alternative pop kind of direction. It's got a little bit of house sprinkled in there, some slight hip hop drums. Like there was a lot going on in this track, and I felt like Troy really, really brought it together. Um, but yeah, Shining Star for me, absolutely structure, for sure. Like not one dull moment in 3 minutes 4 seconds, right? So one thing that I really, really enjoyed about this was the blend. You picked up on some house elements. You picked up on some pop elements. You had a little bit of hip hop influence in there. Um, there was a real great blend of sounds in here that were all very modern and really complemented each other. So this was that really like well thought out production that um it's just like super original and not something you hear like on the daily. So I do feel like Troy did a really good job with this track. Now, let's talk about the theme for a second here. Aesthetically, I do feel like Sunrise, the name and the cover go really well. Definitely one of those like party till sunrise, um, 24-hour kind of party song, you know what I mean? Very beach driven, very like vacation driven. Something you like pull up into the club like Cole said and you hear some shit like this and it's just good vibes instantly. So I do feel like Troy definitely captured that when it comes to the aesthetics of Sunrise. But like I said, even the track title, Sunrise, I do feel like Troy really nailed. As far as, keeping the theme and vibe going with a track where it's like, okay, this makes you want to party. This is something that you're gonna like hear in a club, hear like on a beach party, like a house party. Like this is a very like kind of bouncy party centric track, and I do feel like Troy nailed it as far as the theme goes for sure. So yeah, man, huge shout out to Troy. Thank you so much for the submission, homie. Much, much motherfucking love. Make sure you follow Troy Van Dusen on Spotify, and make sure you follow Troy Van Dusen on Twitter. Troy is one follower away from 870. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 80 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week. Exclusive segments, full podcast episodes, a whole lot of good stuff's going down on the channel, man. So make sure you go show the channel and these artists some love. Well done, chat. You guys have been fucking killing it tonight. Holy shit. Lots of first time submitting artists, lots of returning artists here. So we got Chang, Thomas, Cole, Mark, Salem's, Offspring and Mild, we're gonna wrap back to Troy, and then we have SLM. I think we only have like 2 or 3 audio submissions left, and then we have the rest of our media. So, what we are going to do now is we're going to take an intermission. We have been live for an hour and a half. I'm going to take a bathroom break. I need all of you guys to get up, go stretch your legs, go get a snack, go get a drink, go do what you got to do. And make sure you tell your friends, you share the show, and huge shout out to everybody that came through and is showing love tonight, and everybody else that has submitted to the Music Mondays podcast. So, we'll be right back in about 2 minutes. Go stretch your legs, go do what you gotta do, and we'll continue submissions. And episode 96 will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Music Mondays podcast. Hope you're well. Thank you to anybody who is tuned in and showing love. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody that has submitted so far. So, we left off with Troy Van Dusen. Up next, we have the homie SLM. We've reviewed and reacted to SLM a few times here on the Music Mondays podcast, but this week they submitted a track titled Ruckus Intro. And the caption reads, "New music from Anthony Floyd and I. This is the intro for our new album coming 11/18." So the album is already out right now. So definitely go check out the album if you want to hear the full thing after our reaction. So let's pop this open in a new tab. Cover art definitely goes hard. Holy shit. Definitely giving collage vibes. I like the color palette a lot. We'll definitely have to see how this is sounding for sure. Ruckus by Deadlighters, written, produced, and performed by Anthony Floyd and SLM. Deadlighters Ruckus intro. Let's get into it. The sample's already really, really tough. Fuck with this melody.
Trust us, we'll get you there. Ruckus, the main away. Trust us, we'll get you there. Ruckus, the main away.
Damn. That was not what I was expecting at all. We know SLM sort of has this like alternative style, but this was really, really well done. Really, really well done. Aquafina, otherwise known as Perp. Welcome to Music Mondays, my friend. I hope you're well. Welcome on in. Happy Monday. So, this was a very, very interesting track. Let's break this down. We're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, we're gonna talk about vocals, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of the Ruckus intro. Referring back to the description, new music from Anthony Floyd and I, the intro to our new album coming 11/18. So like I said, album already out, but this is the intro. And boy, is it introing. Fuck. So, speaking of the instrumental itself, taking up about 75% of this track, I do feel like the instrumental really, really hit home as far as um really just introducing an almost what presumes to be an emotional kind of project. I knew right off the bat that I was gonna enjoy this kind of alternative style for sure. But much like Perp said in the chat, this shit got me levitating. Like it's very angelic, very ambient, but still touching on that like alternative rock kind of style. So I do feel like the production really, really nailed it. The mix is really well done. Nothing's clashing, overbearing. Just really, um, one of those intros that you know is going to introduce such a really, really well thought out album for sure, especially with an intro like this. So production, well done. I do love the instrumental side of things. Let's talk a little bit about vocals. Now, this is mainly an instrumental centered kind of intro, but what vocals there are, I feel like definitely made an impact, especially on the outro of this track. Um if they were going to fit nicely anywhere, I do feel like ending off an intro with a couple of lines is really really well done here. Um you'll see kind of alternative albums take that kind of route. And I do feel like Anthony and SLM really hit the nail on the head as far as like really setting the tone for an album, if I'm being honest with you. So the vocals were really, really well done, very angelic as well to go with the instrumental. Um, let's talk about the theme here for a second. Now, aesthetically, I do feel like the cover really, really nails it as far as, striking you emotionally, but really bringing that kind of alternative, more raw sound. Um, like I said, I do love the kind of collage approach, and the color palette is perfect as well. Um, definitely hits the nail on the head. Now, a ruckus intro, obvious, intro to the album, but underneath all that, I do feel like this really hit every checkbox for me for an intro that you'd want to like continue listening to the album, right? So you hear the intro and you're like, okay, like what's coming next after that? And I do feel like that did this job for sure. So huge shout out to SLM. Thank you so much for the submission, homie. Make sure you follow Dead Lighters on SoundCloud. They are 4 followers away from 10. And make sure you follow SLM on Twitter. SLM is 5 away from 260 followers. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are 5 subscribers away from 80 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, a whole lot of good stuff's going down on the Music Mondays YouTube channel. Go show the channel and go show these artists some love. So, SLM just blessed our ears there. Let's move on into our next submission. And I believe this is the first time submitting artists as well. We've had a couple tonight, but Nicholas Verdugo submitted a track titled Lines, and we have not featured them here on the show. So, what to expect, I don't know. Let's check this out. So, they submitted a track titled Lines, but it's from LTC. Local Thought Crew. I assume this is a collective? Or is that just their... Yeah, I don't know. So we did feature Nick on the last edition of SoundCloud Sunday, which you should definitely go check out as well. That just dropped yesterday on our SoundCloud. But I am curious of the branding here. Now, LTC is pretty much the main thing that they upload on their channel. But it is on Nick's main YouTube. Seems like a community page. Yeah, definitely, definitely. But they did submit a track titled "Lines." Cover art, very very raw styled for sure. Definitely giving me that kind of Midwest vibe a little bit. And we do have lyrics in the description as well, which is very, very nice. Let's check this out. First time spinning artist, LTC, Lines.
All I hide between these broken lines. When we trust, we'll find in these blurred little lines. Him you'll find, not a love like mine. In due time, hope the sun don't shine.
Peek from the outside, looking in. He said the wrong words, and the vibe is sent. Babe, calm down, now your eyes is dead. Wanted to tell you, not true. How did you take that? Bad news, tears in your eyes, ooh, not good. He's gonna need a big bear very soon. Flowers, makeup, get us some chocolate. Shit that may not even stop it. Hear from the choir, he's always plotting. Shit, you may have been an option. Felt so good, I brought tears to my eyelids.
Between these broken lines, trust I find in these blurred lines. Him you'll find, not a love like mine. In due time, hope the sun don't shine. He spends his time, she's on his mind. When he is alone, every night he rings a line. Acts like no one's home. Into all these other guys, always on the road. Makeup in and on the ground, like she lost control. I hide between these broken lines. Trust I find in these blurred lines. Him you'll find, not a love like mine. In due time, hope the sun don't shine.
So yeah, I'm getting very much a collective vibe here. When I was going through lyrics here, we have Drew on the hook, we have Nick who submitted the track on the first verse, and we have Drew and Daff on the chorus, and then the Drew verse. So this is definitely very much a collective / community page, like Perp said in the chat. Yeah, this was very, very well constructed. I definitely have some thoughts on this. So let's break this down, man. We're gonna talk about three things. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of Lines. So, instrumentally, we're getting a couple of different vibes here, but really bringing that modern alternative, pop vibe for sure. Very bouncy, kind of brings you, some positive vibes. You know what I mean? Definitely on like the more lighthearted side for sure. Like I said, bouncy, kind of makes you want to get up and move. But very well chosen for the direction that they were going, 100%. Very modernized, like I said, but other than that, the mix is really well done. Nobody's vocals are clashing too overbearing. I feel like the drums are very nice. All in all, a very solid, crisp mix. Yeah, instrumentally, it's very well rounded. Well, let's talk about vocals. Now, we have, I think, 3 artists here. We have Drew, Nick, and Daff on the chorus with Drew. So, I mean, clocking in at a minute 44, again, I feel like this was another track where they really made the most of a minute 44, right? It's just kind of like one of those collabs where you put everything together and it just comes out to a minute 44. But at like first glance, you're like, minute 44, that's not very long. But at the same time, LTC definitely made the most of everything in here. From the hook to the verses, to everything else in between, I do feel like this minute 44 was very much not wasted. So vocally, I do feel like Drew and Daphne did a really good job on the hook, or writing especially. But I feel like the Shining Star, as far as the hook goes, has definitely gotta be the delivery and the flow and cadence here. Very much kept up with the bounce of the instrumental for sure. Very catchy. Now, Nick's verse, brings in the more lyrical kind of swag like punchlines, but keeps it very chill as well. And then you kick it back in with another Drew and Daph chorus, and then Drew's verse definitely pairs up well with the Nick verse. So I feel like LTC was very much a unit on this track, and I feel like they all complemented each other very, very well. And then you just wrap it up with writing that complements each other, deliveries and flows that really just complement each other. I really feel like LTC is a well-oiled machine here. And like I said, a minute 44, they really, really fucking made sure that every ounce of this was very much utilized. So vocals were really, really well done. Shining Star for me has got to be the hook. I do feel like the hook was really well done, especially the Drew and Daph hook as well. Now, let's talk about the theme here. Lines, aesthetically, I feel like this cover is really keeping up with like the positive kind of vibe going on in this track. Especially with the color palette. Definitely has that like watercolor real life painting kind of vibe, but keeps it positive and lighthearted for sure. So I do feel like this cover fits very well. But lines itself, like the concept is all throughout the hook, all throughout the verses. You know, hiding behind broken lines, blurred lines. Like there's so many plays on words here that are really, really well used. Um, Especially just in the hook, right? Like lines was just like the perfect name for this, but really just has this type of wordplay that's simple but so effective, and it just contains a bunch of lines that a lot of people, no pun intended, could relate to. So really, really well done on the theme, and huge shout out to LTC and Nick for the submission. Make sure you follow LTC and Nick on Twitter. Nick is approaching 110. So 1,010 followers. Go show Nick some love, man. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We upload 2 times a week. Exclusive podcast episodes, full episodes, exclusive tracks, a whole lot of good stuff's going down on the channel, man. And huge shout out to anybody that already has. And yeah, go show the channel and these artists some love, man. Let's get it, baby. So, Nick killed it, SLM, Troy, Mild and Offspring, we have to wrap back around to. Salem's Mark, Cole, Thomas, Chain. So, we have, is this the last audio submission? So this is a visual. I believe Roots is an audio submission, and no, we have a couple more here. So, up next we got the homie 63. Now it's been a while since we've heard from 63. And 63 submitted a Yules track, which is Prod 63. It's called Loose Control Hardstyle. Now Yules definitely has this very much experimental alternative style that sort of dips into a few different genres. But like I said, it's been a while since we've heard from Yules or 63, so I'm definitely excited to get into this one. 9 days ago, covers fucking nuts, tagged dance and EDM. I'm very much excited to get into this one. Let's check this out. Yules, Loose Control, Hardstyle, Prod 63.
www.60world.com.
This is hard as fuck. Alright. Alright. Mark. Oh, fuck yeah. Hardstyle my shit. May just be mine. Bring the highs down a touch and the lows up will do wonders to this track. Nah, this is like, I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. Like, this is just like, this is some different shit. Really, really well done. Let's break this down. So, we're going to talk about two things here because minimal vocal usage here. But the main meat of this track would be in the instrumental. So we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about the instrumental, and we're going to talk about the overall theme of Lose Control hardstyle. So this is a very much a hardstyle kind of EDM, techno, alternative, pop-centered track, right? But we do have some different kinds of elements, especially within sound selection. But for what this mix is, we'll start off with that. I do enjoy this, right? 4 minutes and 21 seconds, and it is just a bop the whole way through. You know, the drums are really, really well mixed. Certain aspects of the synths and like the overall melodies are really, really well done. Like, especially when it comes to like the overall structure of this, I do feel like it's like a really big benefit to have it sort of almost in that roller coaster style that we were talking about in a few tracks earlier in the show, where it just feels like it's going up and up and up, and like you're just dancing and you're bopping, and it definitely just has that bounce to it that every sort of alternative pop, EDM, techno kind of dance track has, right? So mix, structure, very solid. Shining star for me, gotta be the structure. Very much a underground alternative version of hardstyle that is really well done by 63 for sure. Um let's talk about the theme here. Now, the aesthetics. This is definitely very much a loose control kind of like cyber, very futuristic kind of reference that really mixes well with this kind of technical, like EDM, very much dance style. So I feel like this cover fucking nailed it as far as like futuristic kind of 3090 club shit, right? So cover very much on point. But the overall theme of loose control hardstyle, right? This is very much a loose control kind of just let loose track. Like this makes you want to dance. This makes you want to go like super fucking fast. This will make you want to make a montage. This will make you want to work out. This will make you just want to get up and fucking jog, man. Like this is definitely one of those tracks that like really just gets you hyped to do shit and really gets you cracked, right? You're playing video games, you're cleaning your crib, you're doing the dishes, bro. Like you could be doing anything, and this kind of shit will make you want to move for sure. So I feel like Loose Control Hardstyle was a really, really good theme here. And I feel like Yules and 63 really came together on this track to really just fully make this what it is, right? Because it's still like alternative hardstyle. It has like a few slight underground elements, different hip hop elements, and just a really good spin on this type of genre for sure. I've been bumping hardstyle crazy lately. Timing is nuts. Let's fucking go. See, let's get it, Mark. Huge shout out to Yules63. Make sure you follow Yules on SoundCloud. Yules is literally 11 away from 200. That's a great milestone. Go show Yules some love. And of course, make sure you follow 63 on Twitter at 63666. They are 6 followers away from 390, man. Also a great milestone. Go show 63 some love. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 80 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, a whole lot of good shit is going down on the channel. Go show the channel and these artists some love. And if you already have been and you do show the channel some love, I see you. You loyal. You smart. Thank you. So, this next submission is also a media submission, so we're going to wrap back around after we finish audio. We're going to wrap back around to Mild, Offspring, and then we'll go back to Endo, and then I believe our next audio submission after Endo is a first-time submitting artist titled Roots. And Roots submitted a DistroKid link to Rare Form. Now we have Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. Very, very interesting. Okay, so yeah, let's check this out. This is a first time submitting artist, Roots. Obviously don't know what to expect, so we'll go in this with a very much an open mind. Now, 2022, relatively new. The cover is giving me very much like Las Vegas, like early 2010s rap vibe. But we'll see. We'll see. First time spinning artist, Roots, Rare Form.
Yeah. Let's go. Real rap. All facts.
Okay.
It's Roots. Yeah, bitch, I'm in rare form. Bail myself out of jail like I'm James Bond. My lawyer eat the case up like a spare lunch. I had to fork some bread up, ain't talking croutons. If we don't make it to the bed, get on the futon. If shawty wanna fuck, she going in my new song. If not, I better get some dome until I move on. I got some frosty trees and 400 a zone. I got some light depths too, but the price is low. I'm paranoid from the streets, I hope I make it home. You ain't hungry, bitch, shut up, go turn on the stove. It's too hot over here, bro, meet me round the cone. Got the chips and dip like Tostitos. She wanna sip my drink, this ain't no Tito's. I poured it kinda strong, you better hold on. She wanna know my zodiac and my birthstone. I wanna lay her back and slowly take off her clothes. Unless you a freak, then I'll probably just rip them off. Damn Roots, you done gave her a reason to shop. I know it's cool anyways, I needed new socks. I like that she's independent and got her own guap. I got her feeling me, she thinking I'm a heartthrob. I'm not a trick, baby girl, I keep a condom. You so fine, I hit it wrong, being honest. I'm a dog, I just might get out her mama. This ain't MTV, I'm not with the drama. This ain't Fortnite either, but we got the llamas. Can't decipher this code without the honor. I'm underground like a well, you need some water. Thirsty bitch hit my line like a star.
Okay.
Might just hit her back and tell her I don't want her. Matter of fact, don't waste my time making an offer. I can fix you, baby girl, I'm not a doctor. She got her head right now, she a scar. New boo hotter than my last letter scar. Total loser top, you don't need a hug. Body like a coke bottle, I'm tryna pop. Capping all the time, you must like being the talk. I be rapping all the time, I must like being a bar. Why she acting so surprised that I called her? Yeah, bitch, I'm a rare form. Yeah, bitch, I'm in rare form. That's right, let's go. Yeah, bitch, I'm in rare form. Yeah, bitch, I'm in rare form.
All right. I fucking I really like this vibe. Cuz it's not like lyrical spiritual kind of miracle like trying to be like classic boom bap kind of funk shit. This is like very much original um a real rap, and like there was a couple bars that I noted in here that I really liked. Some shit definitely gave me a laugh. This was very dope for a first time submission, I won't lie. So let's break this down here. So we are going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about the instrumental, talk about vocals, and we're talk about the overall theme of Rare Form. So, instrumentally, this was an interesting choice because it kind of picks up, like it doesn't come in very much hot like a modern trap rap instrumental would come in. Like this really kind of smooths its way in, but it like once it gets bouncing, it really starts going. So I like this instrumental choice. As far as style goes, mix is very solid. Nothing clashing too overbearing. Very much a style that fits Roots and their voice 100%. So I do like the instrumental choice, and this prod definitely killed it. But let's talk about vocals here. Vocal mix is very, very well done. Very loud and wide. Again, nothing clashing too overbearing with the instrumental. And I like how raw it is. Like, it's not like completely raw, of course, but it has this kind of raw approach as to where you can get the whole Roots kind of emotion. You know what I mean? It's very raw, it's very in your face, and it's a very crisp kind of mix. So, the shining star here for me, besides the writing, has got to be the flows and cadence. I really like the flows and kind of like the attitude that Roots has here. Especially when it comes to this hook and some of the punchlines. Like overall, I would say the delivery and the hook and cadence of it were just really well done. To be honest with you, just really really well done. Because like I said, like the type of style wasn't really like lyrical kind of like super rap fast, like in your face, like crazy intricate punchlines. It was very much an original style, and I do feel like Roots definitely killed it. So yeah, like I said, shining star for me got to be the flows and cadence along with the hook. Secondary, definitely probably the writing 100%. I really really like the writing here. Some kind of interesting punchlines, some punchlines that'll definitely put a smile on your face, and punchlines that are just like real good, like showcases of lyrical ability, to be honest with you. Like I do like the writing on this a lot. Almost in like a freestyle kind of style, but not really. Because of how loose it is, and it's just well done in that fashion. So let's talk about the theme here. Aesthetically, like I said, this cover's giving me very much like 2010's rap kind of cover. but Roots is bringing like a very modern original sound, so I feel like they go together really well. You know what I mean? Like you look at this cover and you expect some different shit, and you really get this like original kind of sound as to where Roots is spitting at you, but like the lyrical content and like the delivery of it all is very original. So aesthetics definitely on point. The overall theme of rare form, right, is pretty self-explanatory. Roots is in rare form. Roots is definitely a one of one kind of artist, and is in rare form. So I definitely love this like kind of like jump at you kind of theme, right? Like it's very obvious where like Roots was going with this direction. So very much well done. Very much well done. Huge shout out to Roots. Thank you for the submission, homie. Make sure you follow Roots on Spotify, and of course, make sure you follow Roots777 on Twitter. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in a description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you have not already. We are approaching 80 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week, exclusive podcast segments, full podcast segments, exclusive tracks, a whole lot of good stuff's going down on the channel. So go sub to the channel and go show these artists some love. And if you have subbed to the channel, huge shout out to you, and I see you. Thank you so much. So, I believe we have 2 more audio submissions, and they are 2 fucking classics. And then we have 3 media submissions left. And I believe Cree does not follow the Music Mondays homepage, which makes me sad. But, Cree, you know the drill, and if you don't, this is the drill. The only thing that we do ask when you submit a track is that you're following the Music Mondays homepage, because we will not, and we never have, accepted any money for any type of promotion, whether that be a playlist, a podcast reaction, an interview, a written piece, any type of promotion. We never have, and we never will take a dime from any artist. So yeah, feel free to come back, follow the Music Mondays homepage, and feel free to submit your track, and we will be happy to react to it. It's kind of funny because the caption is, "I have a budget of $1,000. Who can promote me the best?" I mean, we are literally doing that if you just follow the page, but you know, what can you do? Huge shout out to Cree though. Definitely drop a follow, and we'll be happy to react to your track. And you know, just sidebar, right? Like we could easily be doing that, but we just don't. I've never done that with any platform I've ever worked for. I've never done it for any platform that I've been a part of. That's just not how we make revenue in the underground community, right? If you want to support the page and you want to support what we do, future shows, all sorts of stuff, projects, I have to handle stuff with the staff. Music Mondays is becoming more and more legit every day, so feel free to always support the channel. Donate through our podcast button on Spotify, you know, and feel free to stream us everywhere. Stream the podcast wherever you can. Check out our YouTube uploads. And just tell your friends about us. You know what I mean? Because we don't need to be taking money from underground artists that have to take care of themselves. And, you know, we want everybody to look to us for the premier type of content. And if everybody can just kind of pay to be on our platform, that doesn't really make our platform shit. So that's why we do that. But, continuing on, you guys know the motherfucking drill. And like I said, we have 2, count them 2, audio submissions left, and they are from 2, very much staple, prominent Music Mondays community members, Matt Rocks and Bloodcat. Now, Matt Rocks, I believe, submitted this track through Fresh and Up, and yeah, it is exclusive unreleased Matt Rocks. So let's take a look here, yeah. So, like, man, there is just so much to say about Matt Rocks. You know, geez, like, Matt has shown us time and time again that no matter what kind of style Matt is approaching, Matt goes above and beyond to really make it their own style. And I always say that Matt has this insanely high ceiling as far as talent goes and real potential. So I'm very excited to check out this next track here. We have a ton of credit down at the bottom as well. Juiced, yup. Okay, mix and mastered. Yup. Art designer. Yup. Okay. So we have the whole slew of credits down the bottom. We have definitely the more raw IRL approach for art here. But let's check this out. Exclusive, unreleased, Matt Rocks, Nightfall. Oh shit. Oh shit. Uh. Holy. Wow. Fucking pop star, rock star shit right there. That's what we call that. Holy fuck. Wow. Well fucking done. Jesus Christ. All right. Wow. Wowie wow wow wow. All right. So, definitely got some thoughts on this, but let's break this down. So, we're talking about three things here. We're talking about the instrumental, we're talking about vocals, talk about the overall theme of Nightfall. So, right off the rip, this instrumental might be one of the best we've ever heard Matt on. This producer absolutely fucking killed it. Like, this was like, we've heard Matt on like these like very like wide theatrical kind of massive instrumentals, but this definitely takes the cake for one that's like so crisp and just so fucking well done. Definitely top 5, if not top 10 instrumentals we've ever heard Matt on, for sure. Now, definitely giving pop vibes, very much alternative pop though, very modernized, very like, it just kind of has a bit of an attitude. It's very not like dark in lyrical sense, but definitely gives you like Knight Rider vibes, gives you like highway late at night vibes for sure. Definitely not bedroom pop. Definitely like a very alternative, mature kind of pop that brings a very modern kind of sound. So I feel like this producer absolutely fucking killed it, and Matt definitely fucking killed it. So this instrumental was very much well utilized for sure. Let's talk about vocals here. Now, you can always expect a very crisp Matt Rock's mix when it comes to vocals. Um, that's very much standard with Matt. Not once have we really heard a track that you're like, the mix is okay. No, like every single fucking mix from Matt Rocks has been a fucking one, and this goes right in that basket for sure. But Shining Star for me has got to be the hook. The way it's performed and delivered is just very much. You can see the talent oozing out of Matt, and like how very much Matt's vocals are very much seasoned and very much a veteran kind of vocal style, right? Like I feel like Matt is very seasoned in um really just overall song construction, and really making a song that's like not only catchy but like very original and not like so mainstream and like very much like, I don't know, like just like mainstream culture, I guess. It's very much still underground. It has this like alternative kind of different direction in it, you know what I mean? But still able to catch like a brand new listener. So the hook definitely is Shining Star for me, absolutely. Everything was very well performed. So let's talk about the theme here. Aesthetically, I do like the real kind of art style that Matt and Bloodcat have been really going towards. Sort of just really approaching art styles in like the real raw painting form, whether that be watercolors, line work, regular paintings, just different raw styles. And I definitely feel like this totally fits the vibe going on here for sure. I like the title Nightfall. Definitely very much like I said, kind of like backroads, highway, late at night, Night Rider, kind of like 80 miles per hour type of track. Just gives you the Nightfall kind of vibe for sure. Like 4 a.m., empty highway, you're speeding, you're dipping, coming home from a party, whatever, whatever. This is definitely giving that for sure. So I feel like the theme was very much on point here, and Matt only added to it with the vocals and the delivery of the hook. So well done, Matt. Huge shout out to Matt Rocks for the submission. Matt is approaching 1.8. Go show Matt some motherfucking love on SoundCloud. And make sure you follow Freshen Up on Twitter, Fresh and Up. Of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 80 motherfucking subscribers. And if you have subscribed, thank you. I see you and I appreciate you. We upload 2 times a week. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, whole lot of good stuff is available on the channel. So go show the channel and these artists some love. So chat, the last audio submission of the night, and then we're gonna move on to media. I believe we have a couple of visuals and some art to go over. So, last but not least, we have Bloodcat, aka Sirica Saturn. Much like Matt Rocks, Bloodcat has a very, very high ceiling in music, but on top of that, Bloodcat is very much just a very active in the Music Mondays community, very active in the underground community. Bloodcat is always just taking new approaches to things. Just a pleasure to have around the community, to be honest with you. But on top of that, you can always count on Bloodcat to really work their ass off in terms of music. Now, Bloodcat has really killed it this year, but I assume Bloodcat is not even nearly done, like at all. And they submitted a exclusive unreleased track titled "Leave the Benz with My Baby," and this fucking cover art is actually comedy. Look at this cat's face. This cat's face is Bloodcat has been getting like 10 out of 10 cover art every single fucking week. Like 10 out of 10 cover art every week. They've just been so on point as of recently, man. Like, I gotta be honest, they've just been so fucking on point. So, exclusive unreleased Bloodcat, Leave the Benz One Baby. Let's check this out. Yeah.
She want me to put my heart up on maybe, but I'm out here asking baby for the same thing, and I don't think she need me lately, so I'ma leave the Benz with my baby. She want me to prop my heart up on a maybe, asking baby for the same thing. I don't think she need me lately, so I'ma leave the Benz with my baby. Got her clapping like a seal, no Navy. But when she being real, she doing the same things. I don't think she need me lately, so I'ma leave the Benz with my baby. We bananas, pull the pin, I do the same thing. Put down the camera, how you feeling? How you dealing with the pressure? Got a lady set me up, yeah, so every day a blessing. Every day a blessing, bless the love and bless the past and best of life we never had. A million years would be too much. Think I wouldn't take it back. No, think I wanna call it a crush. So let me feel your body. Let me know you want me. Is you gonna come back home tonight? Yeah, yeah, tell me that you love me. Babe, that don't mean nothing. Nah, everyone needs something. Everyone needs something. I didn't need that two-seater, one-seater, but I've seen it all before. I know I'm a city boy, pretty boy, girl. She a dancer, she wanna back up. But baby, just tonight I need to be your two-seater, one-seater, but I've seen it all before. I know I'm a city boy, pretty boy, girl. She a dancer, she wanna back up. But baby, just tonight I need to be your whole world. She want me to put my heart up on maybe. I'm not asking baby for the same thing. I don't think she need me lately, so I'ma leave the Benz with my baby. Got her clapping like a seal, no Navy. But when she being real, she doing the same things. And I don't think she need me lately, so I'ma leave the Benz with my baby. She want me to put my heart up on a maybe, but I'm not here asking baby for the same thing. And I don't think she need me lately, so I'ma leave the Benz with my baby. Got her clapping like a seal, no Navy. But when she being real, she doing the same thing. I don't think she need me lately, so I'ma leave the Benz with my baby. Need to put my heart up on a maybe, but I'm not here asking baby for the same thing. And I don't think she need me lately, so I'ma leave the Benz with my baby. Got her clapping like a seal, no Navy. When she being real, she doing the same things. And I don't think she need me lately, so I'ma leave the Benz with my baby.
What up, Bob? Good old Catman, not literally. This is very much some Beach Boy shit. I like this a lot. Dude, the cover is just so cute. Like, the cover is so funny, dude. Like, Bloodcat has been killing these covers. Like, the cat just the face just kills me, man. Oh my god, that is so funny. So, this is very much like Beach Boy vibes, and I feel like the cover just fucking nailed it. Like this is such a good vibe right here. Bloodcat has been killing it in the good vibes department, right? There isn't much that Bloodcat can't do. So, let's break this down. We're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, we're gonna talk about vocals, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of Leave the Benz with My Baby. So, instrumentally, we've heard Bloodcat really attack everything under the sun, man. Alternative pop, trap, lo-fi, hip-hop, heavier kinds of instrumentals. Like, we've heard everything from Bloodcat, but this is very much, a very, like, alternative rock, alternative pop-centered track, but gives you that kind of, like, Beach Boy, kind of, like, summertime, bouncy, like, good vibes kind of direction. It really feels like that, and the instrumental really just kind of laid the foundation for Bloodcat to really just chill out and vibe on this track. It really feels like a Bloodcat definitely had like a good time making this, for sure. The instrumental is really well done. The producer definitely killed it. It definitely is very crisp, very well rounded, nothing's clashing too overbearing. I do feel like Bloodcat really took this and fucking stretched it, like really did the most with it. So I feel like Bloodcat really did a good job at choosing this one, 100%, especially for this kind of vision. So let's talk about vocals here. Again, a Bloodcat's the kind of artist where no matter what kind of mix they're doing or kind of style, you could always expect a crisp kind of mix, and you're getting that again here. I do like Bloodcat's vocals a lot on this, especially for the delivery. Shining Star, without a doubt, has got to be the hook. It just brings that cadence and flow that's feel good and really just like almost any listener could really get into this, but at the same time, it has that like originality to it where if you found this and you're like a new listener, you know you found something special because it's like, oh wow, this is like so like it just makes you want to bop your head kind of track. So hook and delivery, absolutely shining star for me. Really well done as well for a healthy length at 3:33. I feel like Bloodcat definitely did a lot of good things with the structure here as well. So let's talk about the art and the overall theme here. Aesthetically, man, this cover art just puts a smile on my face, bro. It's so funny. Just the cat, man, and like the raw style, it's just become a staple for Bloodcat, and I do look forward to these covers, man, because they are so. It's not that they're like crazy outlandish or like fucking abstract, but they're very much original and very much like a theme. Like you just have the standard cat theme in like these obscure kind of like scenarios and like pieces, man. So this cover goes right along with this track and sort of bringing that like beach kind of like alternative rock feel. Almost end of summertime kind of feel as well. Vacation feel. Things of that nature. So I feel like aesthetically this really, really was well done. Now, the overall theme, Leave the Bends with My Baby. Definitely a couple punchlines in here that play on the title and really play on what a Bloodcat is really trying to get off as a vision. And really I guess off their chest as well, right? As far as writing goes and really just understand like the undertone and really what's going on in this track, but still making it a track that's like very easy to grasp onto. There's lines in here that a lot of people could relate to, but I feel like Bloodcat was still able to get like their emotions and their story off. So this is like one of those tracks that's like has like an undertone and like a real theme, but like is very easy to grasp onto because of the way it's presented. So I feel like Bloodcat did a really, really good job on this, for sure. So, huge shout out to Bloodcat for letting us premiere this unreleased exclusive Bloodcat. Make sure you be on the lookout for Leave the Bends with My Baby. And of course, make sure you follow Bloodcat on SoundCloud. Bloodcat is approaching 1.3K. Go show Bloodcat some love. And of course, make sure you follow Sirica Saturn on Twitter. Every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in a description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you have not already. We are approaching 80 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments. A whole lot of good stuff's going down on the channel, man. So go show the channel and these artists some love. And if you have been showing the uploads some love, thank you. I see you and I appreciate you. So, I believe we are just about done for audio submissions. I think that was the very last audio submission. Like I said, feel free to refollow and resubmit. We'll be happy to review your track. And everybody else, you guys are good to go, man. I went through all audio, so I believe we can head into regular media. So, wrapping back around, we got the homie Mild Goth Daddy. Now Mild is a very, very good friend of mine. We had met through speedrunning, actually, in the speedrun community, and now we both are a part of the moderation team for Indie Horror Speedruns. You've seen Music Mondays sponsor a few of their events, and we're also sponsoring their upcoming next event, which we're planning on December 10th. More details are available on the Indie Horror Speedruns Twitter, which I'll link down below as well. But yeah, I met Mild just about a year ago, and we have been relatively close homies ever since. But this week, Mild has a first-time submission. And Mild actually submitted his girlfriend's Instagram, which I thought was a really really good idea. So let's take a look at this here. Now, Miles said a little bit of everything from digital to paint to ink. Beautiful lady doing beautiful art. Now, I remember recently, um, Mild said that his girl was making an Instagram. So let's fucking check this out. Allie's Freaks and Creeps. Freak, geek, and creep. So I sometimes make art. DM for prints or commissions. Now, what do we fucking have here, man? So this is very, very interesting, and this is exactly why we showcase not just music here on the show, right? We do everything from instrumentals to visuals to a whole lot of stuff, right? And the main reason for that was because there are so many artists out here that really have multiple skills that they work on. And artists, digital artists, painters, designers, they're so essential to not only music but just underground media. So that's why I love to show them love here. We've shown off so many different forms of art, from poetry to written stories to visuals to digital art to um all sorts of types of just insane well done art. So let's scroll through these because there aren't that many. So let's take a look. This piece I remember, this was for Mild obviously, but this is really really fucking well done. I just like the colors on it a lot, especially the green. I do remember that piece. This one goes really really hard, definitely almost like tattoo like for sure. The skull in the middle is really really tough. And on top of it, the other reason why I love um really showcasing some of these artists is because they need commissions too, right? And a lot of people sometimes are looking for specific styles of art and different ways to do art, and they need somebody to do a real piece for them, or they need line work or they need illustrations, whatever whatever. So this one, 10 out of 10, definitely. I like this style a lot here too. This one's nutty. Curiosity Killed the Cat digital piece. Yeah, this one's really tough. And like the attention to detail is just mm. Wood painting for sale. See, now this is the other shit that's really dope too. Is like if you're into like IRL real pieces, right? You like to hang shit up in your apartment. You like to hang shit up in your crib. This is another artist that you could just absolutely contact for anything. Like this is the kind of shit that's like okay, you know what I mean? This one's tough too. Yup. This one's really, really tough. I like the tears on it for sure. I don't think my first shot at markers went too bad. Nah, not at all. This is definitely tough. Holy shit. I think it was not too long ago we reviewed a homie of King Marks that had another like really, really well fucking done just styles of art, and really just had this Instagram filled with shit, man. This one right here kind of reminds me of the Mild piece, and it's almost like a part two. Like I like this a lot for sure. Yeah, this candle's really tough. Yeah, my roommate. Yup, yup. They definitely killed it as well. And like a lot of these would be really really dope tattoos. Like they're all tagged as tattoos, so I would definitely fucking um I get something like this, like 100%, like because it's just such an original style, and like they're such small pieces. So like, man, but this was really dope. Your girl getting better with ink. Let's get it. I love the hype in the comments. Like I love like the effort. Like it's really well done. Like you can tell that Ali is here like to do fucking like everything, like to grow their brand, to like really push this. I'm just happy because all my prints are on sale for $10. See, that's what I mean, man. That's not bad at all. Definitely not bad at all, man. What the fuck? Reaper got no notice. That one's tough. That one's really tough. Older piece because I sometimes don't. Yeah, nah, exactly. Like sometimes you just don't be feeling shit. Yup. Damn. Holy shit. Yeah, I remember this piece. Wow. The detail on these are cooked. I'd probably get that one. I'd definitely get that one. Or maybe this one's smoking for sure. I will cut you. Shibal deep in commission. Here's a little side piece I did. This is tough. This is really tough. And like the color palette's really well done as well. Like, yep. Font's good. A wood piece again. Damn. Best dogs on IG was like, hell yeah. No, that's really sick. This is like insanely realistic. Oh shit, the Finnish commission. Hey, okay. Hey, yeah, they came out dope. I like the background too. All my art has a song lyric tied to it. I like the colors on that one a lot. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know. The caption is comedy. The digital art in the fucking eye is nuts. It's such an original fucking style, if I'm being honest. Like, such an original style. Rough draft, because today I learned I don't have a gray marker. Holy fuck. Roses are dope as well. I bought a gray marker. Dude, I love the captions. What the fuck? The captions are like a story, man. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Yep, definitely came out good. Definitely came out good. Now this, your favorite silent clown. This is like... What the fuck, man? Like, even the shadow work on here is like... Man, if you're looking for somebody to do some like real professional line work, some shit that's like very, very much fucking original, man. Like, wow. This kind of looks like the church from the Blair Witch. Am I fucking nuts? I don't think I've ever drawn a building before. Not my best, but better than nothing. No, really well done. Like, shit like this, bro. If you're looking for cover art or you're looking for somebody to do a piece for you for anything, this is somebody who definitely does really, really high quality work that I can vouch for, man. Like, well done. Well fucking done. And she's just starting out, so definitely hit up Allie if you're interested in any of her work. You know, I know if I need anything like this, I'm definitely hitting her up, so keep her in mind for sure. And of course, Allie's Freaks and Creeps will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Huge shout out to Mild and Allie. Thank you for the submission, and make sure you follow Mild God Daddy on Twitter. Mild is 10 away from 20, man. Go get Mild 20, goddammit. That'll be a good milestone. And, of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And subscribe to Music Money's YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 80 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week, exclusive segments, full podcast episodes. You guys know the drill. A whole lot of good stuff. And huge shout out to anybody that already has subbed to the channel. I see you. I appreciate you. So, 2 more submissions, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more submissions. We got the homie Offspring Mysterious up next. And Offspring said, this is it. The final chapter. Pallets of the Tree, New Sprouts, final. Oh, shit. Let's check this out. Let's check this out. What do we got here? What do we got here? Oh, shit. The final chapter. All our months spent here. Fire banging end off with a big bang. Let's go, baby. I don't know what time it is. Let's get it, Offspring. So for those of you who don't know Offspring, a multi-talented artist, producer, editor, visualizer, director, filmer, We've reviewed a lot of Offspring visuals, but this week, Offspring submitted Chapter 5, Pallets of the Tree, New Sprouts. Let's check this out. Ah, shit. Here we go, boys. Let's get it, chat. Let's get it, chat. Bro, these shots have been fucking stellar, man. I love the effort put into scenes recently. The OG shot. The OG shot. That lady's like, oh shit. Huh. your sounds, because this isn't even like half of what Offspring does. You know, Offspring's also an editor, a designer, a writer, as well as a producer. So this is like such a good way to wrap it all in one. You know what I mean? I really feel like Offspring does a good job at doing this, honestly. Fun fact, I filmed this entire video in 1 day. See, that's the other thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's so well done, and like you don't have to like make it like some massively large project. Also went to different locations in 1 day. Yeah, see, like that's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. Like, you don't have to go like super super crazy, and this came out really really well done for like only a day. You know what I mean? Like, really really fucking well done. Just hit up some locations, couple fit changes, come up with a couple segments, and definitely came through. Definitely came through. Warning, my legs were burning that day. Yeah, no, I bet. I definitely bet. For sure. But this was absolutely well done and worth it just because of the locations. Like, everything really came together in this for sure. And I do feel like the shopping segment was like very much worth it. Like, very much worth it. Especially for like really completing out the whole kind of a montage you have here. Like, chapter 5 really really came out as a good final, I must say. So, new Offspring coming out December 17th. Be on the lookout for that. Make sure you subscribe to Offspring Mysterious on YouTube. Offspring is 5 subscribers away from 100. It's a great milestone for Offspring. Go show Offspring some love on YouTube, man. And of course, make sure you follow Offspring Mysterious on Twitter at BeatsMode. Offspring is 5 away from 890. Also a great milestone. Go show Offspring some love, man. Thank you for the love. You're very welcome, my friend. Thank you for the submission. Keep fucking killing it, and I can't wait to see that day in the life, if that's coming. And of course, every artist, like I said, will be featured in a description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 80 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, a whole lot of good stuff going down on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists and the channel some love. And if you already are subscribed, huge shout out to you. And I see you showing love to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, the very last submission of the night. Endo Kane. Now, Endo Kane is a first-time submitting artist here on the Music Mondays podcast. And they submitted a visual titled French. And they said, here's a snippet of the latest review for the video. Would be honored if you guys would bless the vid with an honest review of your own. So let's take a look here. First time submitting artist Endo Kane to the Music Mondays podcast. Directed, shot, and edited by Endo Kane. French official video. Got some credits. Yup, Spotify. Okay. Got some love in the comments too. Alright, bet. Let's check this out. First time submitting artist Endo Kane. French.
French, but it's fuck how you feel. Can't have a combo that ain't about bills. Niggas been sipping, they all in they feels. Bitches be snitching, but I keep it real. Not from Chicago, but you know the drill. Run up, I promise, he pop like a peel, yeah. I want the smoke till it's over. Put 2 in there, niggas smell my aroma. Check on my ego, I'm fly like an ego. I'm running the gang, got my hoes in the Beatles. Stacking my chips like they Pringles. Put them in the bag with the cheese, now they look like Doritos. Swerving and serving in traffic, yo, bitch attracted. She gon' come sell like mosquitoes. I sent them youngest to pop at your neck, he a rookie, but he good at shooting his free throws, yeah. Nigga, that's 2 to the head, yeah. Got your main hoe in my bed, yeah. Sipping that drink and I'm leaning. She giving me brain, man, that bitch is a genius. I'm winning these days.
The clips are gold.
Talking bad on me, put him in the box like a shoe. I'm counting up hella profit. They thinking I lost it, but now, bitch, I'm back with the crew. I don't got time for the bullshit. You talking, I'm popping, I'm chilling, I'm posting, I'm cool. Nigga, you goofy, can't hang with the truth. Step the fuck back, let me show what I do. I'm eating good, my food. That bitch still stuck in my teeth when I chew. Smoking rapping and rapping, you know I do it. Yeah, that's your girl, but she streaming my music. Okay, I'm at the top with the winners. You niggas rap like beginners. These niggas jacking my style, it don't matter to me, cause my pockets get bigger. Ay, about to run up 7 figures. Ay, no, I cannot see a limit. Ay, no, I cannot see a limit. Ay, no, I cannot see a limit. Ay, I'm at the top with the winners. You niggas rap like beginners. These niggas jacking my style, it don't matter to me, cause my pockets get bigger. About to run up 7 figures. No, I cannot see a limit. No, I cannot see a limit. No, I cannot see a limit. Yeah, man. It's Endo, big
Oh,
dog.
shit.
Untouchable. Now when this beat drop, I need everybody in this motherfucker to wild with me. Bob with me. Bob.
Oh shit. Nah, this. What the fuck? Holy shit. Wait. Endocane Productions. Look at the end, bro. The credits. What? Okay, dude. Okay, bro. Holy shit. What a first time submission, man. Alright, so let's break this down, man. Let's break this down. We're going to talk about 4 things here, including the visual. We're going to talk about the instrumental, talk about vocals, talk about the overall theme of French. And like I said, we're going to talk about the visual, man. There's lots to dissect here. So, let's talk about the instrumental here. This is definitely a modern approach to, you know, some slight alternative boom bap, you know, slight modern hip hop. This kind of brings a couple different genres together to really allow Endocane to just spit on this. Really, really laid a good canvas down. So shout out this producer, man. This producer really, really killed it. The mix is very solid, nothing clashing too overbearing. I feel like it's a very chill but hard knocking beat to kind of get behind. Very, very easy to get behind, actually. So I like the instrumental choice, you know what I mean? It really left the canvas for Endo to really, like, just go crazy with the writing. So let's talk about vocals here. Now, Endocane definitely has a great mix. Like, this mix is very, very crisp. I love the way his vocals sound. Everything's delivered really well. Shining Star, 100% the writing. Endo is one hell of a writer. I love the punchlines here. There's like comedy punchlines, there's serious punchlines, there's clever punchlines, there's kind of like specific punchlines, and it's all backed by this visual, man, but we'll talk about that in a second. So instrumental, like I said, really, really a great choice for Endo to just have this great canvas to write on. But vocals, absolutely got to be the hook, got to be the writing. Definite shining stars for me, without a doubt. You know, this really showed off Endo's ability to write, like, without a doubt, especially for a first time submission. Not knowing anything from Endocane prior, I do feel like this was like a great reference track. If you were like, yo, you make music, check this out. This is like such a great way to introduce yourself for sure. So the vocals are really well done, almost in like a freestyle like format, except very, very well constructed. The overall theme of French is very much like I said, in a freestyle format, but you have a couple of plays on, you know, excuse my French, and just like plays on words with French. So I really, really dig that. But mostly in a sort of freestyle style where Endo's really showing off their ability to write and really just kill a beat. You know what I mean? So I like it for that a lot. Now, the overall visual here, right? And this is something that's super, super fucking important. Directed, shot, and edited by Endocane. That is fucking sick. That is really, really fucking sick. Like, this is so simple because you just need like a green screen, your crib, and like some half decent editing software, man. Like, straight up, like, this is what you can get. Like, I love artists that go above and beyond, and like, if you don't have the resources, like, you could literally do this on your own. Like, this is so well done for something that's just like relatively simple. And then you have the Endocane logo on it, and it's just a really dope concept. Like, I've seen a couple of really good visuals within the last couple of months, but this one definitely is right up there with some of the best because it's so original yet so simple, and you don't see enough artists really going above and beyond for visuals like this all the time. So I like Endo's approach here, and like even the subtle clips to match up with lyrics, like the troops and the smoking lines and just like the random wrestling clips and this Floyd knockout. Like, dude, there were so many sick clips in here that were like really well utilized. And I feel like it was like so simple. You know what I mean? Like really, really well done, but like didn't tax Endo Kane too much as far as like trying to film it and going to locations. Not like this was all original. And it felt very underground, and I would love to see more of this from Endo Kane, man. Like I would love to see more of this. So, Endo Kane, well fucking done, my friend. Huge shout out to Endo Kane. Thank you for the submission. Make sure you subscribe to Endo Kane's YouTube. Endo is 9 subs away from 50. That is a great, great milestone. Make sure you follow Endo Kane on Twitter as well. Every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you have not already. We are approaching 80 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good stuff is going down on the channel, man. So go show the channel and these artists some love. And if you have already been showing the channel some love, thank you. I appreciate you, and I see you. That about does it for submissions, chat. That about does it for submissions. Holy shit. That was a almost 3.5 hour show. You guys are fucking amazing. Big shout out to anybody who's in the late night crew with us here tonight, man. Huge shout out to anybody that came through Chilled Love, man. This is a long one, but everybody fucking killed it, man. Everybody really, really killed it. We had some exclusives, we had some unreleased, we had some new shit, we had some first time submitting artists, man. Whole lot of good stuff. A whole lot of good stuff. So, let's chat it up for a bit. I'm going to tell you guys what's coming during the week. And then, we'll say our goodbyes. So, the usual will be coming. If you're interested in submitting for next week's show, feel free to follow us on Twitter and all of our social medias at All Music Mondays. Most definitely look out for submissions. Like I said, they'll be opening tomorrow. If you're interested in SoundCloud Sunday submissions, those open every Wednesday. If you're interested in any more details on submissions, definitely go check out our website at allmusicmondays.com or at the bottom left of your screen. Yeah, so I'm trying to finalize a Feature Friday and Workshop Wednesday before November ends. Like I said, this week is Thanksgiving week, so we'll be banging out the rest of our monthly content and getting ready for December. My birthday is actually Thursday, so I'll be taking that day to really get everything organized and just chill out for the day. Like I said last week, the Music Mondays Awards is our last big event of the year, so stay tuned for some details on that. We'll be wrapping up a lot of the loose ends around Music Mondays as far as things we haven't touched on yet. Like I said, cranking out Feature Fridays, Workshop Wednesdays. In case you missed it, monthly December edition will be out December 2nd. Brand new YouTube series with Africa Glass titled The Breakdown will be live this Friday on our channel, so make sure you go check that out. Yeah. And of course, feel free to leave any suggestions, leave any comments down below, send a message to the Music Mondays homepage. Feel free to join our Discord if you have any questions as well. All that stuff is linked down below in the description, or you can do !MM in the chat. So, stay tuned for more updates. Lots of very, very good things are coming, my friends. So, let's have a good rest of the year, and huge shout out to anybody that came through Showed Love for episode 96. Huge shout out to Ara, King Mark. Mark, thank you so much for the Prime for 7 months. Welcome back to the family, my friend. Shout out to Offspring, Perp, Cole, anybody else that lurked and chilled. Thank you for all the love tonight. Expect this episode live on our YouTube this Saturday. It'll be live on all audio platforms this Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. Brand new YouTube upload will be live this Thursday as well. Just stay tuned for our regular scheduled content and our regular monthly content as well. Just thank you guys for the support, man. Honestly, we're slowly building up the underground community again and really bringing everybody together. And that's really the ultimate goal with this, and to really grow Music Mondays into just really the number one place for everybody to go for their underground content, whether you're a musician, a vocalist, a producer, a digital artist, music videos. And we're slowly getting there, man. So shout out the community, shout out the Music Money staff, and thank you guys. Have a good holiday. I'll see you guys next week for episode 97. Make sure you follow us at All Music Mondays. Check out our homepage at allmusicmondays.com. I love you guys. Be safe and enjoy your week. I'll see you guys next week for episode 97. Almost said 96.